John Abel was born in 1577 in Sarnesfield, Hereford, where he grew up to be a great carpenter and mason. He was responsible for several notable structures and ornate work, such as Grange Court, which was built as the Market Hall in Leominster. John lived in the time of the English Civil War, which was fought between the Parliamentarians and the Royalists. The Parliamentarians believed in an England where the monarchy did not have rule, but giving Parliament supreme control over executive administration, whilst the Royalists were loyal to the monarchy and claimed absolute power and the divine right of kings. John was a Royalist, and whilst he didn't fight in any battles, he did have a very interesting part in the war. In 1645, the Parliamentarians laid siege to Hereford in an attempt to take the town and county from the Royalists. During the siege, John designed and created hand mills to produce ammunition, without which the Parliamentarians surely would have won the siege. His act did not go unnoticed by Lord Scudamore, who praised John by saying, "An excellent carpenter, the only man in all the country to make mills." King Charles I also recognised John's achievements and awarded him the title of King's Carpenter. Although victorious at the Siege of Hereford, Lord Scudamore still had one constant annoyance in the occupation of Cannon Frome in Herefordshire, which was held by the Parliamentarians. At the suggestion of someone who had studied earlier military arts, Scudamore ordered John to build a metagriffin, or medieval siege tower, that could be used to breach the walls of Cannon Frome. So John went to work designing and building it, which was later named the Sow. But it was not only a siege tower, it was said to be the largest siege tower ever created. The Sow was a tower of wood, mounted upon wheels and drawn by oxen, with rooms loopholed and musket-proof, one above the other, high enough to overlook all the works, with a door and bridge for entrance. Surely, with this, Scudamore would easily take Cannon Frome from the Parliamentarians and have another victory for the Royalists in Herefordshire. General Scudamore advanced towards Cannon Frome with the Sow and 400 men. When he was about a mile away from Cannon Frome, Scudamore decided to leave his army with the Sow and fetch reinforcements from Malvern. With their leader gone, the soldiers decided to indulge in liquid refreshments, and so took themselves off to nearby Ledbury and, more importantly, the local tavern, leaving only a small guard with the Sow. Meanwhile, Archbold, the governor of Cannon Frome, had heard of Scudamore's plans and sent for help from General Morgan, who promptly rode out from Wales with 1,000 men to the aid of Cannon Frome. When the parliamentary forces came across the Sow and its small guard, the Hereford men quickly took flight, abandoning the Sow, which was then carried off to Cannon Frome by the Parliamentarians. Seeing the failure of the Royalist plans, the Parliamentarians of Cannon Frome cried out, and their shouts of triumph made the valleys ring. Scudamore returned to Hereford, defeated and dejected, where he was reprimanded by his superiors.